Hi dear students, in this video we are going to study about angle properties of the quadrilaterals. These are special quadrilaterals, square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, and we have two more here, trapezium and kite. And here there are some basic informations about the square. Two pairs of parallel sides, opposite sides are equal to each other. We should know this one. All sides are equal, all angles are equal. Diagonals intersect at right triangles. Here diagonals means from this point to this point. If I draw a line from this point to this point, sorry, I have to select this point to this point, and from this point to this point. So the lines, black lines, they are called diagonals. And here diagonals intersect perpendicularly means here this is 90 degree, it should be, this is the diagonal. Okay, so two pairs of parallel sides, it says for the rectangle, opposite sides are equal. If this side is A, this side is also A. If this side is B, this is also B. By the way, I forget to write here, this is A, and A it has to be. Okay, two pairs of parallel lines like rhombus here, when you from this point and this point, let's say, when you press, you will get rhombus, and all the sides are equal to each other, so it is A. It is a special parallelogram, we can say also. Parallelogram kind of rectangle, opposite sides are equal only, B and B. And in rhombus we have all sides are equal and opposite angles are equal. These two, they are equal to each other. So if this is alpha, this is alpha. If this is beta, this is also beta. It has to be. And here diagonals intersect at right triangles. Here I can draw with different color maybe. Let's get this one here, and this one is the first diagonal, and this is the second diagonal, and they intersect perpendicularly, it says, which means this is 90 degree here. Okay, let's return to parallelogram. Two pairs of parallel sides. These two, they are parallel to each other. We should know that one. By the way, in rhombus also they are parallel to each other. These two, they are parallel to each other, and these are parallel to each other. We should mention that one. And opposite sides are equal, A and A, I have written before. Opposite angles are equal. Here this angle, if it is alpha, this is also alpha. If this is beta, this is also beta, it has to be. And alpha plus beta, it should be equal to 360 degree. 2 alpha plus 2 beta, which means alpha plus beta is equal to 180 degree. It's going to be, you know, from the properties. Okay, let's continue with the trapezium. Trapezium here, this look like right trapezium, but any trapezium, it doesn't matter. Two sides should be parallel. If two sides are parallel, it is called trapezium. That's the most important. If it is perpendicular to side, this is called right trapezium. Trapezium. Here, trapezium, it has to be right trapezium when these angles are 90 degree. If it is not 90 degree, it is only trapezium. Here, this is isosceles trapezium. In isosceles trapezium, base angles are equal. Legs, legs are equal. And two sides must be parallel. Okay, the last one is kite. Two pairs of equal sides. It means that these two sides, they are equal to each other, and these two sides, they are equal to each other. So angles, diagonals intersect at right triangles means, again I'm going to, here this one and this one, when we connect, and this corner and this, this vertex and this vertex, if we connect, then we are going to get here two diagonals intersect perpendicularly. That's the case here. Okay, let's start with the angles of the quadrilateral. Find the and calculate the p, it says. And for calculating the p, we need to remember that if this is 90 degree, because it has the sign of 90 degree, 90 degree plus 80 degree plus 60 degree plus p, it should be equal to 360 degree. While we were solving the triangles, I have always sent the 3 to the opposite side, but it's always better to add them here than send to other side, or add them and send directly. 90 plus 80, it's going to be 170, plus 60, it should be 230. 230 degree plus p, it's equal to 360 degree. P is equal to 360 minus 230, it has to be, and p is equal to 130 degree, it must be. Okay, now we are going to continue with this question, and in this question here, for each diagram to calculate these angles, we are going to calculate the angles by using the general property. The sum is equal to 360 degree. So 75 degree, a plus 100 plus 75 plus 70, it should be equal to 360 degree. As I mentioned before, I'm going to add them here up, which is 100 plus 75, 175 plus 70, 245. 245 is equal to 360 degree. A is equal to 360 minus 245. A is equal to 115, it has to be. Okay, this question kind of, it seems rhombus, but it is not necessary to be rhombus. We can find the opposite angles in parallelogram or rhombus. Both it was written opposite sides, they are equal to each other. If this is equal to 40 degree, this should be also 40 degree. So x is equal to 40 degree because of parallelogram. I am writing parallelogram, not rhombus, because it is, the figure seems like the sides, all the sides are equal, but it is not necessary. And I mentioned that rhombus is special parallelogram, that's why it doesn't matter. So y is equal to z, it should be, if this is y, this should be also y. So we are going to understand that 40 plus y plus y plus, actually y plus z it is, y plus z plus 40, it should be equal to 360 degree. And we mentioned that z is equal to y, which means 40 plus 2y plus 40 is equal to 360 degree. 2y plus 80 degree is equal to 360 degree. 2y is equal to 360 minus 80. 2y is equal to 240 degree. No, 280 degree. Y is equal to 280 divided by 2, which is equal to, y is equal to 140 degree, it has to be. Okay, here this is kite, and in kite we are going to find the m and n. We know that opposite sides, these two, they should be equal to each other, but I'm going to use the triangle property here to find that one. Here I can choose one angle, I mean from this angle to this angle. If I draw the diagonal, I will get two isosceles triangles, which means that if I say this is x, this is also x, it's going to be. If I say this is y, this is also y, it should be. Which means m is equal to x plus y, which means n is equal to x plus y. So from these two we can get m is equal to n. Okay, then 85 plus m plus 125 plus n, it should be equal to 360 degree, which means that here 85 plus 125, m is equal to n, so I can write here n also, which means 210 degree plus 2n is equal to 360 degree. 2n is equal to 360 minus 150. 2n is equal to 110 degree, and n is equal to 110 divided by 2, which is equal to 55. It has to be. And this is the last question. Here, by the way, m is equal to n, so I didn't mention n is also here 55 degree. Here, this is isosceles trapezium, and in isosceles trapezium I said base angles, they are equal to each other. If this is 65, this should be 65 also, and if this is u, this is also u, or if this is t, this is t. This is u. I made a mistake here. This is equal to u, by the way, and s is equal to 65, because the base angles in trapezium, isosceles trapezium, since this is isosceles trapezium, they are equal to each other, u. Okay, then 65 plus u plus t is equal to 180 degree. 130 plus u, this is also u, so 2u is equal to 180 degree. 2u is equal to 180 minus, I made a mistake, this is 360 degree. Because it is quadrilateral, 360 minus 130, 2u is equal to 230, and u is equal to 230 over 2. U is equal to 115, it has to be. So that's the solution of the question. Here s is equal to, I didn't mention that one, s is equal to 65, u is equal to t is equal to 115, it has to be.